This was against their agenda to continue oppressing and subjugating the masses, subjugating the Hindus, and the victims of gender-based violence have a voice. And that is why today the UN has officially recognized and seen and has worked in order to report these crimes done against the women in an international audience, has done so many different things in order to many concrete measures which he has taken personally and brought Kailasa and revived to report the good practices and the challenges of everything when it comes to femicide in against Hindus and undergoing gender-based violence around the world, if they are Hindu. As you can see here, this is the official report that the United Nations has published, and where it specifies the crime of violence. Still, there are millions who have not had their voice heard yet. Orders of the sovereign order of Kailasa, whether it is the Rudras and Rudyakanyas, the Sannyasinis, the Brahmacharinis, the Krama Brahmacharinis, or the Bhairavis, the Yoginis, everyone, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been for just simply for their Hindu lifestyle. And not only that, over the last 2 decades, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, not only that, concrete measures have been taken by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in order to support and foremost leader working to eliminate the crimes done against women. And we've seen, for example, in so many of the ancient sovereign Adinams and Sarvagnapitas and these ancient sovereign nations, the Tanjavur, Tiruvarur, and all of these places, these primordial in each and every one of these, by providing a Hindu ecosystem where they can be empowered to live their most infinite possibility. Women, and absolutely dehumanize women, and Hindu women specifically, and even the Sannyasis, the Rudrakanyas, and all of the Yoginis, everyone. To attack them is ultimately an attack against the entire Hindu ecosystem, and mortifying footage of the attacks that went on in Trishulam and Pavlakundru and so many other places. The various evidence that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has, the voices of so many millions of women is heard, at least in some way, in the international audience, where they have undergone the Adinams specifically that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revived. There are several female-only monasteries that were entirely attacked simply because they were Adinam that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revived. Continuously, relentless persecution has been launched against them. If we see the attacks in Pavlakundru, for example, over a series of just even for any crime, but simply because they were there standing to protect the deities and protect the ecosystem. Yet they were absolutely physically assaulted to protect their entire ecosystem, who are just saving and standing with their lives to protect the Hindu ecosystem. Yet they are dragged, physically assaulted, sexually assaulted. Hindu women. These brave sannyasis who took up the lifestyle as violated to the most extreme. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism over the last 2 decades has been the foremost leader to work to eliminate the crimes against women and Hindu women specifically brought out to the international audience. And today, we have seen how the UN has officially recognized what these women have gone through. And whether it is even the attacks against the Trishulam Adinam in 2017, so much done to destroy the entire Adinam, and a raid of 300 anti-Hindu militants had trespassed and destroyed the entire Trishulam Adinam, which was the literal stoning of Hindu sannyasis, the destruction of property, and the most brutal violence that people have ever seen in this day and age. Cars being overturned without any form of protection. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has literally ensured that the crimes done against and our hardships, our experience of extreme suffering does not go unnoticed and made invisible to the whole world. At least in this sense, at least after today, the UN has finally recognized the persecution done against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the women of Kailasa. And in so many different ways, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has actually provided the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and against specifically the women of Kailasa. And we have seen how the victims and the targets of the vulnerable population and the indigenous Hindu women, and also by as improving and providing the empower women and eliminate the crimes done against women. Here you are seeing some of the attacks that happen against the women of Kailasa, and we are seeing the brutal amount of destruction to the whole property. Yes, and it is due to the ultimate grace, blessings, and the immense amount of hard work that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gracing each and every one of us with the Nithyananda Satsang, which we can now Pontiff of Hinduism. Please sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. And let us chant the Mahavakya. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Continue chanting the Mahavakya, and let us get ready for the darshan of the incarnation of Paramashiva.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Shivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.